Hey guys, I committed to you two different sides. The educational, professional, here's your techniques, here's your strategies, and the personal side, my personal story of what my life is like and the things that I've experienced, in hopes that as a community we can come together in celebration and in difficulty to learn, to comfort, and to understand others' perspectives. As parents, when we have children, we have an expectation of things changing dramatically. We participate in the Bright Beginnings programs. We listen to the nurses. This is how we care for our children, nurture development, read to them, don't let them watch too much TV. All of these little things and big things that help them stay alive until they are little people with some sort of safety awareness for themselves. It's a lot of work and it's well worth it. Lots of special moments. And regardless of how much we strive, perfection is a myth. It's not possible. And the constant vigilance takes its toll. In some circumstances, this constant vigilance isn't just through the infant and toddler years. There's times when we are looking at it day in and day out, weeks leading to months, months becoming a year, years, decades, a lifetime. There's not an end to it. It's constant, literally constant. And this is how we take care of our children. Not just our minor children, but as our children age and become adults and still need the same level of care. And there's some generalization to this because there's times when it's not our children, it might be our parents or another loved one who, through many different life circumstances, their needs have changed and now we are caretakers. And we are responsible for their safety because they are not able to participate because they don't understand the dangers around them. We spent a day in the emergency last week. See, nervous, a little bit of tongue-tiedness, We spent a day in the emergency room last week. It wasn't the easiest, it definitely wasn't the hardest, and it most certainly had the best outcome possible. But it was still our fault. As parents, our level of vigilance slipped just for a moment that most of us could have spared a dozen times each day without consequence. But not for us, and for so many other families, it's the same. One slip, a moment of common day distraction, being too tired, getting excited about something, turning your attention away, turning away to meet another need, personal, somebody else's, can all result in significant harm to somebody we love. Over the years, there have been moments when my best did not feel good enough. There was the time where there was broken glass in the trash that I was taking out so nobody would get hurt, but the baby cried, so I turned around to take care of her to make sure she was okay. And her big sister reached into the trash because there was something there she wanted and cut her wrist. So now she has stitches and the scar from that, while I have the scar from her teeth because she bit me while I was holding her while they were putting the stitches in. There was the phone call to the police because we were visiting a friend. She walked out the front door. Nothing bad happened. She was within sight as soon as I turned the block, but it was still terrifying. It could have been a headline making day. We were lucky. There was the day I just mentioned, and that was because there was windshield wiper fluid in the car and it rolled from the front to the back, or was it the back to the front? Yeah, it was in the back, rolled to the front. She picked it up, took the lid off, but we didn't know if she drank any. And she wouldn't tell us. It's not really part of her repertoire. So we had to go to the emergency room to make sure she was okay, to make sure she was safe. But to make sure of that, it was blood draws and IVs and sedations, and it wasn't pleasant. But she was okay. She didn't drink any of it, but we had to make sure. And then for a little comic relief, there was the day that she played hide and seek and fell asleep, but I couldn't find her. All the doors were locked, all the windows were shut, so she had to be somewhere, but I couldn't see her. She'd fallen asleep underneath the sheet next to the bed. Not funny then, but it is cute and funny now to think back at. We're not bad parents. We're not neglectful. We're not absent-minded. Human error happens, and the probability increases the higher the demand over the longer amount of time. We need help. Not just us personally, but like the community as whole. We need to be there for one another to the best of our ability. If we see something, say something. Somebody might be tired and they're not comfortable asking for help, which leads to the next part. Ask for help. Accept and provide respite, depending on which role you're playing in this community. Sometimes you end up playing many different ones. And be involved. Be part of your community, not just in response to an unfortunate event, but beforehand. Try to increase that connection with others so that when one of us slips, somebody else is there to make sure that nothing bad happens. And when something does, have mercy, offer comfort, offer support, and let's work together to make it one moment among many that we can hopefully move past and learn from. Take care, and P.S. Thomas, sorry this video was late. Toodles.